Well, leave it to Bieber to give us something to talk about. First, the arrest, he made bail, but what is next for young Justin?
Here to fill us in from AOL.com is Brian Baltazar, along with sports and entertainment attorney Anthony Caruso. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
All right, I want to start with Mr. Caruso because I got to get to this whole deportation thing. Could Justin Bieber really be deported to Canada?
Yes, it's a cold day for Justin Bieber. He's facing some real problems. He's not a citizen of the U.S., and he's got some difficulties with this most recent offense.
Well, and these are serious charges here. I mean, look, you have the DUI, you have resisting arrest, and then there's the other thing. What's the other thing? There's like one other thing there.
Well,
drag racing?
The drag racing. So, I mean,
he's made some critical mistakes here. The two biggest mistakes, besides getting caught, is he admitted wrongdoing, and he was difficult with the police. And the difficulty factor could be a problem for him. If it's aggravated, that's deportable.
And as far as admitting to the police, I mean, you're right. The officers asked him, and reportedly he told the officers, yes, I've been drinking. Yeah, I'm on antidepressants, and, you know, I'm also, I think he said he was stoned as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's big.
Plus, he's under 21, so we're talking mandatory licensing suspension, and it's going to be a problem for him. He's going to have to navigate very carefully with his defense.
And in navigating, he's got handlers from here to next week. What happens for him in the entertainment world? We've heard the legal ramifications, but what now?
Right, well, it's interesting because truthfully, I think he feels emboldened by his fans. I think he goes on Twitter, and no matter what he does wrong, his followers, his believers as he calls them, support this. And so I think he has this sense of he's unstoppable, and this is why it just exacerbates itself. He's doing more and more and seemingly getting away with it. This is the first time, I think, and you can attest to this really more than I, that this is truly serious. The egg throwing incident, okay, he's got enough money, he can pay the damages of this house he was throwing eggs at. But this is, okay, now you've got much more serious consequences at
Can we
stake.
show the mugshot again for 1 second? Because I think we need to take a
says
moment and just take a moment here and look at this. I mean, really? Smiling?
It's like he's posing for a headshot.
Right. But you have a 19-year-old who has gazillions of dollars, and no one clearly really looking after him in a way that says, hey, this is how you're going to protect your reputation and your career. And so far, it seems that he's, you know, his fifth album was hitting the charts at #1 again. So is there going to be a backlash? It hasn't happened yet.
Okay, Attorney Caruso, if Justin Bieber calls you up on the phone and says, I need your help here, what's the first thing you tell him?
Well, the first thing I would tell him is he's going to have to tell me everything that happened and everything he told the police. And then from there, we would try to work out some kind of plea deal where we would maybe merge one of the offenses into another and try to downplay the whole thing and get rid of it quickly.
Yeah, but I assume you tell him, shut your mouth.
Well,
don't say anything to anybody. Don't tweet. Don't Instagram. Don't do any of that business.
Should he go to rehab?
Absolutely.
Should he go to rehab? I feel like Scooter, they're going to tell him he should go to rehab, whether or not he's on board with it.
The first thing he has to do is he has to tell his defense counsel what happened, because we're just hearing the police account of it. We don't really know if the police are accurate or not. We've got to find out the story, and then we can give him the better advice.
Okay. I mean, fascinating stuff. One more question for you, Brian. The Beliebers, I mean, they're out in force after this arrest. They love him just as much as ever. What do you think is next as far as the fan base goes? Do you think that this will hurt him or will this help him?
I think a little bit of both. The truth is there's a lot of cautionary tales before him of stars that have been the hot teen idol that could tell him a few lessons about what he's going through. I think the real test is 10 years from now, is he going to be relevant? Because everyone grows up and they don't want to love those people they loved when they were kids. So, you know, he may survive this for the next few years, but can he sustain a career in 10 years? That's the question.
And will he be taking selfies with Selena Gomez ever again? Yeah, exactly.
Will he be in the U.S.? That's the question, too. Will he, send him to Canada? All right, guys, thank you, both of you. I mean, really fascinating stuff from both of you, so we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up.